Hello, everyone, and welcome to my show, Girl, Who Don't You Know? Of course, this is me, Marilyn Green, the talk show host, and I found out I'm a producer as well. So, welcome. Please share this for me, please, and we'll get started today. And every first Monday, I'm going to have sisters that are doing it. So I don't know what your it is, but I know that you're doing it. And so I have a really great panel of ladies that's going to come on and tell a little bit about what they're doing. And I'm hoping that sisters doing it is going to inspire you or someone else to start to doing it. So whatever it is, because I'm absolutely sure that the ladies that I'm going to present today, this was something that maybe they wanted to do and they had to really push through to do it. So I got some really dynamic ladies, okay, phenomenal people that they just doing it. That's all I can say because my show is all about transforming minds one show at a time. So I'm really adamant about people helping other people, and I always say when you win, I win. All right. So girl, who don't you know? If you go to my Facebook page, you can post your comments during the live show. I love to interact with the audience, so please put it up there. As a matter of fact, if you're on or getting ready to get on, I hope you do. Okay, please tell me where you're from, what city are you coming from. So, all right, so let's see here. What's coming up? I'm going to start having advertisement and sponsor packages. I'm working on getting more shows per month. Like I said, the first Monday is Sisters Doing It. And I got something, a big treat. We're going to have a book club discussion live on my show. So I'm just moving on up, and please just stay tuned. So you might say, well, you know what? I got somebody that I think needs to be on your show, whether they want to or not. So please write me, girl, wdyk@gmail.com. And I definitely will work to get them on my show. So like I said, when you win, I win. So I see I got at least one person watching me. I'm glad about that. So that one person, can you please put in there where you're from? Let's see. All right, here we go. It's Hello, Marilyn. She's from Freeport, Illinois. For those who don't know what Freeport, Illinois is, you go all the way up to Chicago, then you come all the way over to the west, and it's right outside of Wisconsin. So greetings to you, Anna, and thank you so much for joining. All righty. Let's see here. Let's go back to banners. Let's go back to this. Okay, so if you're just joining, please put in there where you're from. I really want to hear and to see who's here. So let's start the show. All right. So the first person that I have coming up is a person who was introduced to me by, I think it's her cousin. He always wants me to say his name, so I'm going to say his name. Okay, it's Pastor Duff, Avery Duff. He he introduced me to Kim King, and wow, what a wonderful relationship that I'm hoping to continue to have with her. So before I put you up, let me see what people are saying. Okay, Mr. O'Neill, I know you're coming for your wife, Kenya O'Neill, right? And it's from Belleville, Illinois. All right, welcome. Let me hide this banner. So you might hear me talking to myself. Okay, so just ignore me. You know I'm a baby boomer. Hear me roar. So like I was saying, Kim King is going to come up next, and she's going to tell us. Wait, who else do we have? Okay, James O'Neill said yes, he is here for his wife. Okay, is that the only reason why, Mr. O'Neill? I want you to come back next time. Okay. So, but nevertheless, I'll let him have that this time. So we're going to bring Kim King up, and let me add her to the screen. All right. Hi, Kim. How are you?
Hi, Marilyn. Thank you for inviting me. This is definitely outside of my comfort zone, but it's something you have to do as an entrepreneur, do things you're not comfortable with doing.
Okay, so why aren't you comfortable with this? Tell me about that. Let's talk before we get into anything. Let's try to get you over that. What's going on?
Well, I speak in front of people all the time. I guess it's just looking at yourself on camera and just hearing yourself. You just have to get used to that.
Well, that's right, because I have to get used to it. Okay. I can do this, but don't ask me to do nothing live on my cell phone. I'm out. Okay.
Right.
I don't do that very well. Okay. So, um, Kim is an entrepreneur and she owns Cafe Biz 618. I understand the 618 because that's our area code over here in parts of Illinois. But she is located, and make sure I got this right, it's in Fairview Heights. And
Correct.
is that the correct number and everything for people to reach you?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. All right. So let's dive into this. Tell me, what made you want to do this in the first place? Where did this come from?
Well, it's actually by accident. I used to
Oh,
I used to go around and I see different places and I go like, oh, at this corner it would be nice to have a gas station. At this corner it would be nice to have this. And as soon as I say that, somebody would start the business. So I said to myself, I must have good ideas. So I say everything I see, people started. So then I kept looking around. I used to travel a lot. So then I looked around and I found out that in this area, if you're a business owner, you go to McDonald's, you see people hanging out conducting business. You go to Panera's, you see people conducting business. There is really nothing on this side as an entrepreneur where you can go and have a business meeting inexpensive. So
wow.
I said we're lacking in that. And then also, besides just doing the Cafe Biz 618, the shared workspace, we also do event side. And
Mm-hmm.
on the event side, I saw you either had like, the community centers or you had the Regency conference centers. There was not a lot in the middle. So I figured I could fill the gap for that.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So when you saw that, you say, "Hey, I got a dream. Okay, that this is what I'm going to do." What was the hardest part about you starting up that business? What was the hardest? Don't say money. Oh, we always know money is needed, but what's the hardest as far as you getting past yourself in this? What
I
was the
think
hardest part?
the hardest part for me was just actually thinking at 59 years old, was this something I should be doing for a third career? So
Mm,
for me, that was the hardest part. It's like, should I be doing this at 59? I should be retired, sitting at home doing nothing.
okay,
So
okay,
that was the hardest part for me. But what
okay.
actually got me over the hump was the one person, Kierra Lewis, she had 100% faith in me. She said, when I'm ready to start, I will quit my job and work for you. And I didn't even ask her. I just told her what my dream was. And just based on that conversation, she was willing to step out on faith with me.
Wow. And let me tell you something about Kierra Lewis. You talking about a serial entrepreneur. I don't know what she don't do. Okay. She might not do no windows, as they say, but she does everything, and she's so awesome, and I'm gonna have her on my show for Sisters Doing It to tell you about her, because she's awesome. I call her the hashtag queen. She knows how to do some hashtags. So I'm going to be meeting with her so she can help me as well. So that's good to know. I didn't know that Kierra was the wind beneath your wings. Okay. So tell me this. All right. Let's see what I got here. All right. Okay. So I've been to your place before. Okay. And it's really a super, super nice place. And I did ask Kim, we baby boomers hear us roar. I said, Kim, can you really show me show me the little clip? Okay, and while you're getting ready for that, I am going to hide this and I'm gonna go and see what the comments are. Okay,
Okay,
so
I'm going to see if I can do the clip for you.
okay, all right. So Annabelle said hello, Kim. Hello, Kim. Okay, let's see here. Okay, Mr. O'Neill said he will come back. I'm going to hold you to that, Mr. O'Neill. You're going to come back and you're going to tell your friends to come back so they can see a girl. Who don't you know? Okay, so I'm waiting on Miss Kim, and she's
about entrepreneurship and inspiring you to be the best.
Did you hit share?
We provide an enriched, relaxed, motivational platform where business professionals can come together to learn,
We can hear
collaborate,
you.
and grow.
You can't
As
see
your
it.
business grows,
You're not able to
you'll
see it.
eventually become too big to run out of your home or small office.
We'll give you time. I got some other people to talk. Mr. O'Neill, I want you to come back because you really do type in the chat and all that, okay? That is wonderful. Okay. He said, yes, yes. And hello there, longtime neighbor across the street, Mr. Patrick Davis. How are you? So good to see you. Hello, hello, hello. So, hey, don't hesitate to put what you need in there. It's a good thing. Just put it in there. And so is Kim.
I don't think this is going to work. I hit the share button, but I was able to see the video on my side, but not on your side.
All righty, we won't worry about it then. But I do want it. I do want to show it, period. Maybe on my website or something like that. And it's okay.
Okay.
Things like that happen on shows. Okay, happen and won't get it. Okay, let's go forward then. Okay, so what do you have coming up next? And I think you have something about lunch and learn. And how can somebody find out about how they could be a part of lunch and learn and quarterly network and social events?
So one of the things they can do, they can follow us on LinkedIn. They also can follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and also on our website. But Lunch and Learn is what we're going to do is the third Wednesday of each month between 11 and 12:30. We're going to have a guest speaker.
Okay.
And then the speaker is just going to talk about whatever the topic we chose for that particular month, and we'll provide the lunch. We just wanted to do that because we see a lot of other organizations doing that. And one of the ones that I went to was like in Edwardsville. I'm like, we're right here in Fairview Heights. Why do we have to keep driving every place in order to do something? So
Okay.
I had the space, I have the location, and our whole goal is for entrepreneurs and to help you grow your business or grow your personal growth. So that was the reason why we decided to do that. And it's only like $15. That's just to cover the cost of the lunch.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know you were actually providing a lunch as well.
Yes, we're also doing a lunch for $15.
I did see it, but I didn't know that. Okay, I might get in on that. Mr. O'Neill, I'm loving you, okay? You said I'm going to come back. Hopefully she'll have it ready. That baby boomer might have it ready, but if not, you can definitely go and see her. Go to the place. Go there and see it. She's right there in Fairview Heights, right across from, what is it? TJ Maxx is next to you, and Dollar Tree is across the way. Dollar Tree and a quarter. Okay, they rip us off. Okay, so she definitely is there. So you can go and see her. And it's a wonderful place, and it's a place where I am going to have my first live grant writing class. So I look forward to that. It's a beautiful space. She has space for photographers. I think you still got that correct?
Yes, we still have photographers. We have a training room, a conference room, and also the event side can hold approximately 65 people.
Wow.
And we do all the setup for you. We set the tables up, we do the cleaning. The only thing you have to do is come in, decorate, and walk away with your stuff. No sweeping floors, no taking away trash or any of that.
Okay, how can you beat that? You can't. Okay, so also you have space. People actually rent a space, and you also have something where people need an address.
Yes, we also do
postage or something like that. Is that
correct? We do have virtual mail, and the good thing about virtual mail is that if you're having a business and you're working out of your home, you don't want to use your home address. You want to seem professional. So for as low as like $9.95 a month, we will get your mail, we will scan it for you, and then you can tell us, I want to pick it up, I want you to trash it, or scan me all the pages. So you can use our address. So your business name will be, Maryland, and it'd be 108 our address, suite, box number, whatever. It wouldn't even be a box number, it'd be like number 16. So that way you can seem official with your business.
Wow. I mean, that's a lot of things, and it's amazing how it's sitting there and it is beautiful. Rose Jackson-Beavers, who's going to be one of our guests, she wrote in the chat that her place is beautiful. It is beautiful. It's state of the art. It's modern. I've seen things like baby showers in there. I've seen a whole bunch of different things in there. And so another thing that's so nice about this is that they're just nice. Okay. They have some really serious customer service, okay? And so you want to get there anyway and just come and have your events there. Free parking. It's easy to access. I really fell in love with that place. I fell in love with it.
I can see the video now, so I'm not sure if it'll play. Let me try.
Let me see. I got it. Wait, hold on. I think I got it. Hold on. I got it, I think.
Cafe Biz 618 is all about entrepreneurship and inspiring you to be the best that you can be. We provide an enriched, relaxed, motivational platform where business professionals can come together to learn, collaborate, and grow. As your business grows, it will eventually become too big to run out of your home or small office space. As a member, you'll have the opportunity to host your networking events, business meetings, vendor fairs, seminars, and special private affairs. Welcome to Cafe Biz 618. Your new shared office space awaits you.
That was nice. That was really nice. So you can see right here, this is actually when you walk into it. You see all that and all those little nice little words up there. I think that's Miss Kierra Lewis. It's what she had. So it's a very nice space. And like I said, you can see it, and it's very modern. You know, they have the big screen TVs. You can hook up your PowerPoint and things of that nature. So I really fell in love with it. I fell in love with it so much that I'm definitely coming back there. Okay, I can't wait. Okay, I cannot wait to come in there because I've been waiting on this concept to come over here, Kim. So you know, I've been waiting for it.
And especially since gas is $5 a gallon.
Really, you know what? It's almost like precious gold. Okay, so yeah, so that's another thing. You know, you don't have to be travel. You don't have to travel that far, and it's right there, and the food is there. The food, so you can go out and go to different places, emos. I mean, they got it all, and it's about 2 minutes from the mall. You can go shopping. You can do anything. You know, so I say I would vote for Cafe Biz. Okay. So let's say one more thing. Let's see here. What are they saying in the comments? Okay, James O'Neill said that's wonderful. And then he says, here we go, right here. He got a whole bunch of stuff here. Mr. O'Neill, I'm liking on you. Okay, I know you married that kind of like, okay, but I'm liking on you. Okay, so okay, let's go back to the banners now. Okay, I talked about how you what was the hardest thing for you to start your business, but you also got some inspirational things here that I want to share, and you can elaborate on it for me, please. Okay, you say knowledge is power. What kind of knowledge did you have to have, and why was it so powerful?
The knowledge you have to have, it's easy to say you want to start a business. That's the easiest part. But the hardest part is actually going out there and doing all your research. You have to research. You have to find out how to do your business plans, how to do a financial, what do you do for accounting. There's so much you have to learn. What is a commercial lease? Because a lot of people assume a commercial lease is just the same thing as renting a house. It is completely, totally different.
Okay.
You know, you have to have an accountant. You have to have a lawyer. A lot of people don't want to spend the money. It's like, I don't have any money to spend, but those errors can cost you if you don't have the knowledge.
Right. You're right about that, especially that attorney. People don't want to get an attorney, you know, they cost too much, but the cost of them is going to be less than the cost to you when it comes to somebody's falling on your property, right? Things of that nature. So that's really good. You need to have two things, basically. You need a good CPA and you need a lawyer. Okay.
Absolutely.
Starting a business. Those are the two things that you need. Okay, let me see what the comment people are saying here. All right. So we got her in the house. Miss Mary Stapleton Carr. Hello for MISSISSIPPI. I love to say that. I do. Okay. And Mr. O'Neill said you have to work at doing business right. Okay. You really do have to work at it, you know. So here it is. That is so true. James O'Neill, I'm serious about this. Okay. I know how to find you through your wife. Okay. You're coming back. Okay. But let's see here. You said one more thing, and this is a powerful one. Failure is a learning experience. Okay. Let's talk about that real quick here.
You learn from your mistakes. I mean, that's the best way to learn. Failure is not really a failure. Failure to me is a learning experience because you can learn from that all the time. I'm trying to think which one did I learn. I guess my one failure was, dealing with the contractors. I learned a valuable lesson on that. Okay. And I will never, ever make that mistake again.
Okay, tell us the mistake.
Well, it was someone that I knew, and they did an absolutely good job with the building. You can see the building came out perfect, but I did not have a contract with the person.
Oh.
So at the end, there were some things that were wrong, and they did not come back to fix it.
Oh.
So that was the only problem. So,
Yeah. Just making business be business, no matter if you know the person or
right.
not. I mean, business needs to be business. That's one of the biggest. That's a big one. Okay, but you learn from that. You learn that, as Mr. O'Neill said, there is no success without some failure. Okay.
Correct.
And so let me see what Annabelle is saying. Never thought your mailing address could influence how your business is looked at. Let's talk about that real quick. If you don't have a mailing address, a true mailing address, they do look at you different because you're working out of your house. I mean, your credibility is about street credibility to me.
But not only that, you may not want some of your clients to know where you live at.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
I mean,
Okay.
you don't want and then get a mail out. If you go to the post office to get a box, it'll be post office box. A lot of times you see a business with a post office box, you go like, is that a legitimate business?
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't have a real street address. But I think in this day and age of privacy, I wouldn't want anyone to know my address.
Wow, that's huge right there. Okay, then. So we have been listening to Kim King, the entrepreneur and owner of Cafe Biz 618. And this is where you can go and just go there and call and, set up some time for your events, because it's the place to be. I'm sorry. Okay, it's the place to be. And so you can go on their website and check them out. Check them out. She did a beautiful, that video was nice. It was small. It was easy. And so check her out. So Kim, thank you so very much for being with us today. And I'll see you. Okay. Probably more than a lot of times I'll see you. So let's see what this comment is. Okay. Wow. Mr. O'Neill wrote a whole dissertation. A very wise man said once, never dress the part. You have dressed the part. You want what that you apply towards your appearance in every business matter. Have dressed the part. That's basically what he's saying. And it will influence how people look at you and how people consider you in your own self and also your business. Thanks so much, Mr. O'Neill. So I think that Kim is frozen. So guess what we're going to do? Kim, thank you so much if you can hear us. And I'm going to put Kim down for a minute. I'm going to remove her and I'm going to go on to my next person. Okay, thanks so much, Kim. Okay, the next person I got coming up is, you already know her husband. He's famous on my show already in the background. His name is Mr. O'Neill. And so I'm going to bring his wife up now. So he probably going to really flood the chat now. But he hasn't been a disrespect of persons at all. It doesn't matter for him. But I'm going to bring his wife up now. And let's see. I'm going to find her. I'm going to find her. Where are you? Hey, here we go. Okay, I'm going to add her to the screen. And there she is, the Diva Den spa person herself. And her husband has been on to be so supportive. Okay, so there we are. We have Kenya O'Neill. She's here, and I'm excited. Now, Kenya.
Yes. Hi, how are you?
I am good. Okay, let me give you the background on Kenya. Okay, from my perspective, I knew Kenya when she was and she still is, in nursing homes. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And I used to come in with part of public health as an administrative law judge. I'm so glad we don't have to do that anymore. I'm like, I'm not an attorney. I don't play one on TV. I don't want to do that. Okay. So we met that way, So then I find out later that she's doing what she's doing now. It was exciting. And I thought maybe that I wanted to share this with my audience. So Kenya, tell us a little bit about what you're doing, okay? And tell us about this Diva Den. I love the Diva Den. Tell us about it.
As you can see, my husband, James O'Neill, is my biggest supporter.
Yes, he is.
Yes. So I started my business approximately about a year ago during COVID, the Diva Den Spa. And I provide many services. However, the one that I want to discuss tonight is the Little Diva Spa parties, which was inspired by a party. So our daughter asked me to put together a package for her daughter's birthday, which is our granddaughter. Now, James and I got to thinking about it, and we were looking at Pinterest and some other things. Oh, we can do this. We can do this. And so that's how the Diva Den or the Little Diva parties started.
Okay.
So with those parties, we provide facials, foot soaks, and everything is done naturally.
Wow. So let's talk about those facials. I know you're licensed, and I'm gonna get the word. Okay, hold on just a minute here, y'all. Oh wait, let me just say that Mr. Your husband, Mr. said hello, LOL. Okay, and Miss Mary Stapleton from Mississippi said congratulations. So let's get back to, let's see here. You are a licensed esthetician.
Correct.
Ooh, I got it right. Tell us about that. So, and that natural thing. Well, tell us about it.
So I went to school about a year ago, just recently received my license. Actually, just recently passed the test.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, passed the test with 92. I was pretty excited about that because only 50% people passed the first time around. So I was pretty excited about that. So my business is really based around natural. I like dealing with herbs. So a lot of the facials that I use for the children's spa, it's made out of like yogurt, strawberries, and things of that nature. We'll see some pictures in a minute where I use some cucumbers as well. Mm-hmm. The foot spa is made with, like, I think I put in there like flowers, Epsom salt, just natural.
Okay. So when the kids, I'm going to show, let me show, I can do this time. Okay. I can do this. Okay. So hold on 1 minute. Okay. All right. I'm going to add this to the screen. Everybody should see. Here are the Little Diva spa parties. Now, we all know if you're a little diva, you're going to grow up to be a big diva, right? So it starts by, to me, I see this as, Kenya, a place where you start to have children that will recognize what they need as they grow up, okay? And, it's a learning experience of saying, this is out there. I know as a little girl growing up in East St. Louis, I didn't know anything about this, okay? And so this right here is just showing the girls, this is what you're going to expect. Now for the daddies or whoever taking care of them, they're going to have some deep pockets because they're going to grow up, and this is exactly what they're going to want to have. So tell us what's going on in these pictures here. This right here. Go ahead.
So this specific part of the picture, the first picture is the makeup setup. And I have to tell you, that part was like amazing. Like, they enjoyed the facials, but when it came to them applying their own makeup, because I don't apply the makeup, but they have a chance to sit down and apply the makeup, their whole attitudes changed. Like, they just, I can't explain that. They just totally turned into, when I say divas, they turned into divas.
Oh, wow.
They really turned into, it was so cute. Their whole attitude just totally changed. And it was very inspiring. It was. The second photo that we have was the foot soaks that we had for them, and they soaked their feet. They were okay with that part of it, but it was the makeup that was the game changer.
Of course, all the girls think they're supposed to have makeup because
it was a game changer.
They look at TV, and when you say they changed, did they turn to divas overnight, or what happened?
Divas, they were snapping their fingers, and they had because I provide like little champagne or wine glasses with fruit with some Diet Sprite. So they were drinking that and putting their makeup on, and it was amazing.
Okay, so I'm looking at the private chat. The person that's on your panel, and she wrote, Miss Hawkins says, that is nice. She said, I love it. Self-care and feeling beautiful. Let's see what someone else is saying here. Okay, yeah, you're right about this. Okay, let's see here. Yes, it is true that the little diva get to pamper themselves with their mom. So the mom is there too, or what?
Yes, there was at this specific party. The parents were there.
Okay, and so they can get pampered at the same time, or they helping. They can.
So so the facials were not specifically at this one, but another spa party that I did for the little divas. I had some parents that participated as well. They wanted facials, and fortunately I had brought the products for the adults.
Okay, and also I want to say you do have beautiful skin, so y'all know her stuff works. Okay. Okay. Hey, Miss Mary Stapleton is giving somebody out there an idea. Guess what? And don't leave the young men out. Okay.
Oh, no, I don't.
spa days. They
Right.
need to learn early to be well groomed or manscaped or whatever. They ain't got no hair on their face, but nevertheless, okay.
Uh-huh.
So tell me about that. Do you deal with young men as well?
Yes, I do. So, beginning in July, the third Thursday in July, I'm going to be providing half off services for children, males or females, for facials. They're going to get $25 basic facials where I'm going to provide education on basic skincare for children.
Wow. Okay, well, here we go. Mr. O'Neill, I mean, the biggest promoter, okay? He said a Diva come out, okay? It's already been in them, right? And all of a sudden it comes out. You know, I can relate to that. You know, I really can. Okay, so here we go. Miss Pearl, thanks, Miss Pearl. She said, hi, Kenya. I love when you did my daughter's spa party. Wow. Okay, so we got somebody here that can attest to how much fun it was. And I'm going to tell you something, that color scheme is beautiful. All right.
Yes, I really enjoyed doing her spa party as well. She had a glow party for her daughter. And that is the one that I was speaking about in regards to, there were some adults there that also received facials.
Okay. And so your husband comes in again. Love it. Safe love is a great thing to start at a young age. That's profound right there, Mr. O'Neill. That's really profound. So let's go back to the banners here so I can get it right. Okay, that's who you are. And then the next slide I'm going to show you is actually, I know that's you right there, Kenya, right?
Yes, that's me.
Okay, so right here, I think that you're getting the thing. No, you're actually applying it.
Yes. So the first picture, I was applying the and I think I did the strawberry facial, my signature strawberry facial. I had the steam for effect. I didn't want to use the steam on the children, but I wanted them to say they got the steam. But I had the steam kind of far back so that their face wasn't actually steamed. The second picture, I was applying the actual facial product. And you can see on the last picture is them with the cucumbers.
That is so cute. That is so cute. I really like this a lot. I don't know about y'all. I'm sorry. I don't have no little person to come for the Diva Den, but a little Diva, I need to come for the big Diva Den or something.
And I am mobile. So I do provide parties for children and adults.
Okay. So you're mobile. You'll come to them, you know. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so Kim King asked, what are the ages of your clients? So
it just depends. Or if we're referring to the Little Diva spa parties, I think this age group was maybe six or seven. And the last one I did was like 8, or I think she was 10.
Okay. All right. Here we come again. Mr. O'Neill ain't playing. He said, I love it. Okay. And then he also said, oh, wow, I got you. Okay. And then Annabelle said, it's never too early to start teaching young girls to take care of their appearance as well as their hygiene.
I agree.
Everybody agrees with that one. That is so true, because a lot of times girls grow up and they don't know what to do. So
especially skincare.
Yeah, skincare for sure. Skincare. All right, then let's go back to the banners here. All right, so let's get your 2 famous sayings that you have here. Okay, let me put your phone number. Is this the right number to reach you?
Yes, that is. That's my business number. Yes.
So everybody take it down. It's 618-855-1141. You may say, I'm not in 618, but hey, wherever you are, it's okay to come in. They have planes and trains and all that, and you come in and you visit her. You know, that would be a nice little field trip for somebody who's in Missouri, Illinois, or Indiana, wherever. You know, we're going to the Diva Den Spa to have a party. So don't consider it, don't try to outrule it because it's 618. Okay. So, and for those who don't know, we're right across the river from the St. Louis, Missouri. All right. Let me see this one right here. James O'Neill, he be pushing his wife. He ain't playing. He's saying the comfort of your home. That's wonderful.
Yes, if I can add, though, the spa parties, that spa party was done at someone's home.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was someone's home.
And do they get to pick the colors or the scheme or?
So yeah, there's a one that I did that the glow party was different. So yes.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so here you go. All right, I'm always talking about entrepreneurs. I said earlier at the beginning that one of the reasons why I do Sisters Doing It is because I'm hoping that it can inspire, ignite someone else to do the same thing or something close to the same thing, or just inspire them to say, I do have an it and I do want to do it, but maybe I just don't know how. So here is some of the words that you said, Kenya. Can you expound on that a little bit for us?
Surround yourself with positive people that inspire you to follow your dreams. I am huge about being around positive people to get me to where I want to be in life. I like to listen. I like to be around other entrepreneurs because I like to learn from other people. So that is the reason why I came up with that one. I have a lot of entrepreneurs, friends, my husband that inspire me. And again, I just like to surround myself with positive people.
Well, I heard someone say if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Exactly.
Okay. So you need to get out of that room and go to B or something. You might be in A, go to B. Okay. Because
Exactly.
you have to do that. I so much agree with that. And right here is a big one. Stay focused and don't allow outside influences to take you off track. Talk about it, Kenya. What's going on with that?
So there was a lot of times when I was in school that between my full-time job and going to school was a little difficult. So I had to stay focused so that I can finish school and become a licensed esthetician.
Wow. Okay. But it speaks to everybody. Stay focused. Stay true to yourself. You know that you got to get it done. Stay focused. So
Right.
Thank you so much, Kenya. I want everybody to check her out, the divaDenSpa.com. And here is her phone number. Put it in your phone. You know how you do it. Put it in your phone. Okay. Put it in your phone. And I'm so happy that she came on to tell us about the Diva Den. Okay. So don't hesitate. Give her a call. Set it up. Do the parties. Okay. Well, she has kids. She has adults. She's mobile. She has a no excuse kids. Okay. So there ain't no reason why you shouldn't call this number and ask to speak to Miss Kenya. I don't know if her husband answers the phone because he being everything else. So I'm not sure if he answered the phone, but okay. All right. So
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, not a problem at all. So I'm going to take her down and put her into the green room and then get that number. It's still up there. So don't hesitate to call that number. Okay. So for those who are just joining me, you are listening to Girl Who Don't You Know. Okay. That's who I am. Go join me on Facebook. Put your comments in, because if you put your comments in, I'm definitely going to put them up there for you. So it's always fun to interact. Okay. So the next person that I have coming up is a person that I met, and you guys have seen her work all the time through me. I think she's amazing. I always try to call her Miss Hawkins because I always want to call her name wrong. I want to call her Jeannie, and that's not it. Okay. So I'm so sorry. I get it wrong all the time, but it's okay. But nevertheless, I mean, she's a wonderful, brilliant person that I had the opportunity to meet, and you guys have seen her work for real. Okay, so I'm going to bring her up now. Hello there. How are you? We can't hear you. Can you unmute yourself?
I'm sorry. Hi, everyone.
Yeah. So I get your name wrong. I want to call you something else. Okay.
Yeah, Gina. It's easy peasy.
It is easy, but I see Jeannie. I see something else.
I think just because it's spelled different. My mom just didn't want to go with the Gina. Everybody just want to make it difficult, but it's just like Jean and then
Gina. I got it. Gina. I got it. Okay. All right. Welcome to you. Okay. So happy that you can be here with us. So, all right, let me unpack this. All right. She is a talented, okay. She's a graphic designer, marketing person, business consultant. She's really a serial entrepreneur that is doing the thing. And I think you're coming out of Houston.
That's correct.
Is that correct?
In Texas.
So have you always been in Texas?
I have been, yes.
You have?
I'm raised in Houston. Mm-hmm.
You grew up in Houston.
Yes.
Wow, you're a Houstonian. What do they call that?
Yes.
So I got to ask the question. Do you know Beyonce? No.
No, no. Unfortunately, I do not.
Okay. All right. Let me see what the comments are saying. Okay. Somebody said here, hello, of course, it's Mr. O'Neill.
Mr.
And
O'Neill.
then,
Hello, Mr. O'Neill.
okay, look. And then Carl Wayne said H-Town.
Yes.
Okay, I'll put that in the house. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about you. All right. So the reason why you guys know Gina Hawkins is because she is the person, the brain behind all of my flyers. Okay. My flyers from the very beginning has been done with her, and I've not moved to anyone else. In fact, let me tell you something. She's so great. Let me tell you how great she is. Is that I've been working with her for almost a year now, and she decided to say, I think we need to move this up to a different level. So she made this old baby boomer up here, me, move to something that's interactive and moving. And I'm like, oh, and it had music behind it, everything. So she's not only looking at you for where you are right now, she looks at things going in the future of where you need to go. So she told me that I was in the game finally because I moved and I and I stepped up. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good thing. All right. So tell me about, how did you get into graphic design? I mean, where did that come from? You so good.
The interest actually started when I was in high school. I was given the opportunity to attend the Art Institute of Houston for a summer program and learned some skills and was really able to, dabble in different elements of graphic design and the marketing. And I think that's what really piqued my interest. And then from there, I studied commercial photography at TSU, and was thinking, okay, even back then, okay, I'm going to start my own marketing firm. But at that time, I didn't know, anything about business or how to get it done, and went in a whole nother direction of, getting behind the scenes and learning more of the word processing and things of that nature, because that's what was picking up at the time.
Okay, and so we remember Kim King said knowledge is power. So you had to go get some knowledge, right?
Yes.
In order to be powerful. All right. So tell me, what was your biggest hiccup as far as starting your business? I know you had it in your mind when you were younger. What was the biggest thing? I mean, I always say it's always yourself that's in the way, but tell us, what was your biggest?
It was definitely myself. And then I didn't, life interrupts you every now and then. So I stopped going to school. I stopped college, and then I went back to college again. And then I went back to college again. So you can see those little spurts in there. But I think, taking those steps at the time that I did got me to this point to where now I can expand further, where my mind wasn't really into it like the first time around. It was kind of a growth experience in terms of school and what I had to get, the knowledge I had to get during that time.
Right. Yeah. But everybody's road is different. Sometimes you got to get off that road, but you're still on the road. You just got off on the exit and then you got back on the same road. Everybody has to find themselves. That's another thing. And I think it was Kim about failure. It's not really failure. It's just that it's on pause. You press pause on some things and then you move further. So through all that, what kept you motivated?
Family members, for the most part. I had family members who were either going into business or had an interest in doing business. And for me, I'm a self-learner, so I took the initiative to learn those things that would help them and then help them along their way along. And as I was doing that, they encouraged me to go ahead and just do something with that. That's where the business consulting part came in. Is as I was, gaining that information and that knowledge, I was, giving it to others. I was asked to be, on a talk show at one point, a radio talk show for business advice and startup companies. So I did that for about a year, and just as a guest on the show. But that giving and helping others that way also, I think, was helping me to get to this point also, that I became almost a go-to person for those people around me, in terms of that. And that just, spearheaded me into this direction, I guess you would say, for helping these startup companies develop from the ground up.
Wow. Wow. So Rose Jackson-Beavers, who's on your panel, she'll be coming up next with her colleagues. She said, great work, Gina. Great work. And let's see what else people are saying here. Okay. Mr. O'Neill, he's there, here we go. He said, Black power comes from patronizing with each other and growing together. You're exactly right. Okay. You're exactly right. Okay. And then he said, that is wonderful. I really do like you, Mr. Okay. Mr. O'Neill, you the bomb. Okay. I just need you to be the wind beneath. Somebody help me. Okay. And so, and Mr. Carl Wayne said, way to go, Gina. Okay. I thought about Martin on that one. Okay.
I get that a lot.
Okay. So, all right. So, let's see here. Okay. My next question is, so when you had to keep going on and going on, through the ups and the downs and all that. So what did you do? What do you do now to self-care? What do you do? Do you meditate? Do you do what? Because we all know as entrepreneurs that sometimes you get a little down. Sometimes you get a little tired. Sometimes, or maybe all the times, you get tired. You may say, what, I don't even know if this is worth it. Whatever. What do you do as far as self-care to keep yourself balanced?
I like sleep. I take naps every day.
Really? They say the most intelligent people take naps.
I take naps.
You take naps? Or you call them power naps? Or you just got
power nap, whatever you nap, whatever you want to take a nap every day.
Oh, do you? Okay. Wow. Okay, but she takes naps. And let me just say this, when you send something to her, she acts as if you're the only customer. Okay, just know that. All right. When you send things to her, and I'm gonna show you some of her work in just a minute. Just know when you send it to her, and I'm not, no pressure, Gina, no pressure. Okay. But when I send it to her in the morning time, I got it that same day. And it's dynamic. Okay. And if you need to change anything, she just be so kind. She's so kind and so sweet. She just is. And she will change it for you. And if so she really works with you, and her customer service is amazing. So let me see what they're saying here. Okay, Mr. O'Neill, I'm loving this. This is so awesome and informative. It is, Mr. O'Neill, it is. And he also puts a little smiley face there. Okay, I'm really liking him. Okay, so let's go back, and I'm going to show everybody some of your work right now. Okay, let me add it to the stream right here, and I'm going to go back to, and I'm going to hide him, and I want to. Okay, I think I can leave that. Okay, he also, let me say this before we start. He said, sleep long enough to think of the next big idea. Now, that's true. Okay, sometimes if you don't get enough sleep, then guess what? You're not thinking right. Okay, so talk about this. I got your slides, so let's talk.
So basically, this is just a brief list of some of the things that I do for my clients. And I like I said, I've been in business since 2009 as a entrepreneur. I left the corporate world and decided, okay, I wanted to go ahead and step in and step out and make it happen. And this like I said, has been an upward and powerfully moving thing for me ever since. I've never had to step back into corporate America. which has been a blessing for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think as long as your mindset is on being creative, you'll progress. Your business will grow.
Right. That's a
It
good
takes
one
a
too.
creative mind.
And with that also, it's good to understand that sometimes you're gonna have to pivot or change
Absolutely.
or
Yes.
go another route or add something to your process. Okay. Just it based on listening to your clients.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So she got graphic design, document integration, remote bookkeeping, social media marketing, web design, and logo creation. So let's see some of this right now. Okay. So tell us about this.
So these are some other things that weren't on the other list where I do magazine design for any type of publication. I've done several different ones, and then book illustrations. This is one of the books, children's books that I've illustrated for. And another author had me do a cover for him, so I've been doing a little bit of that lately. Also, because everybody's now into book writing, telling their story, and so that's another avenue I have dived into as well.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you this about so and I'll talk about this later. Hold on just a minute. I want to make sure that Miss Anna put her stuff in. Sweet is such a good trait to have. She is very sweet and very kind. So, and that makes it easy to work with people. I don't want to work with nobody that got an attitude, because that attitude that comes into my work you working on. Okay. And I'm like, I don't want that. Okay. So, okay. So here's some of your logo designs. Let me see if I can,
Yes, this is a few of the logo designs and just different type of designs that you can have done, because they will depict a different picture of whatever company you're trying to create. So that's just a list of some of the types of logos that you can have made, and I do them all. So I don't limit you. Basically, when I say manifesting visions as my tagline, that's exactly what I'm here for. I'm to manifest your vision.
I think you better say that again, Gina, for the people in the balcony. Okay, you say, what is it? Manifesting. Go for it again.
Manifesting visions. I'm manifesting your vision for your business.
Right. And she does. Okay, here we go. She does flyers. Okay, go on.
Yes, flyers, business cards, anything that could be used for print media, I can create. And so, that's kind of like, if you've noticed, everything that I do ties in at one point. So the logo design goes on the flyer. Everything is a building block to the next thing. So that's how all of this ties in. None of it's like random, I guess you would say. All of it ties in somewhere with your business needs.
Wow, that's beautiful. All right, website development. Let me just say this first and foremost. I work with my company as JFY Consultant. I work with helping new companies start. And one of the things that they don't have, which they need all the time, is a website. Okay, yes. You need a website. The website is talking for you when you can't talk to whoever. So go ahead, tell us about the websites.
Right. So even, just to piggyback on what you just said, and even with the previous conversation with the remote offices, if you don't have a remote office, a website actually will help you if you're trying to get people to recognize your business as a legitimate business. Mm-hmm. Having that domain name associated with your business, helps them to see you wherever you need to see, social media, everywhere.
That's right. That's right. Rose Jackson-Beavers, who's on the panel, and they're coming up next. She said, we need to talk. Rose, I got you. I got you to tell you what Gina Hawkins can do for you. Okay. Not a problem at all. And she wrote in there, okay, let me see if it's one more slide. Okay. This is nice right here. Go on, Miss Gina Hawkins.
Yes, and this is just my contact information, how to get in touch with me. And my email and website and my telephone number is there.
Okay. And I'm going to show them that too. So
Okay.
we'll remove this and let's get to, okay, so you guys are saying, hey, I need her. And guess what she said? Okay. All right. So go to www.aperfecttype.com. Go there. And you can also find her on Instagram and Facebook, A Perfect Type. So what's next for you? What's next for you? You've done it all. Seem like, man, that was a whole bunch of work and stuff. When you do need naps, okay? Okay. So I think you said something about you're going to be having a graphic design course.
Yes,
How is that going to be virtual?
Yeah, it'll be virtual. It'll definitely be virtual. I have clients, like, all over the U.S. So virtual would work best for everybody. So it'll definitely be virtual. But it'll give some background on how to, build your own content for, say, social media or wherever if you need content for a trade show or something like that, just help you in building those things. And so that's the thing I'm working on next.
That sounds really good. So, Mr. O'Neill, are you talking about my show? This is a very important platform for so many people who are looking to grow in business. Okay, it's the strangest that you need to know to get you rich. You're right. You need to know these people. I love to connect people with other people. It's so important. Okay, I'm always looking for someone new to come through the door, one stranger after another. So, let's see here. Kim King said, any planned classes on social media marketing?
I haven't planned any just yet, but that will probably be the next step. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a business. That sounds like a course. Okay. Help everybody out here, give them some new ideas. If you're looking for social media marketing, I can see, Kim, that you have people come and sit at your place and stuff, and then they broadcast Miss Gina Hawkins up there. You can work with that thing. You know what I'm saying? I got it. I'm always got ideas. Okay.
Yeah, I see.
I will put you to work. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I said, I'm not bossy. I just know what you should be doing. Okay. Yeah. There's a difference. Okay. Yeah. So Mr. O'Neill said, okay. So let's go back to, you got that course, and let's go back, and I'm almost, okay, here we go. You said accentuate your natural gifts. Here's my question. Are you naturally just this good or what? What's going on with you?
Well, like I was saying earlier, I am a self-learner. So in knowing that is the pursuit that I took in much of my education, even in grade school, just reading from the book or learning from the book as opposed to a teacher or a professor. It was easier for me. Lectures kind of go over my head, and I knew that was not going to work for me. So just taking the initiative to do it myself, I think was the gift. And even in the logo creations and the other, much of that was also self-taught. It's like layer on top of layer. So whatever you're gifted at, because you naturally have some type of ability, whatever you're gifted at, I think, building on that strength will help you move through life a lot easier. You'll be happier because it's going to come easy.
That's right. And then your next quote is, and I love this, do what brings you joy daily. If you're doing things that you really like, you already know it's not a job. It's not at all. It's not a job. It's almost a pleasure to do it. Okay. You get excited about it. Is that not correct, Ms. Hawkins?
Right. That's absolutely right. And it's finding that. And a lot of times you already know what brings you joy, because it's a lot of the things start when you're in adolescence. So if you go back to what made you happy then, a lot of times you'll know what brings you joy. We lose the kid in us a lot of times as we get older, because we're bogged down with business and all the other things. But I believe, thinking back to your adolescence helps.
Right. That's great. I mean, I am so happy that you came on my show today. I've been doing this for a whole year and didn't think about saying, let me bring her on. Okay. But I'm so glad I did. And so, guys, get a hold of her. Here's her email address. And also go to her website. You'll see even more of what she does. She's an amazing, dynamic person, you know. So I'm found out more about her now than I actually knew at all. Okay. So this is really good. So thank you so very much for coming on. I appreciate you greatly. And let's see what the comments are before I let you go. Okay, let's see here. He said, I think I need some flyers and cards, man. You do call Wayne. You need to find her. You need to get this thing done. Okay. And then Mr. O'Neill said he's going to make sure that everyone knows about this show. You're right. Okay, there is so much to learn and use to build your business. That's the whole part of it, is that transforming minds one show at a time. So I appreciate you so much for coming on, and you guys go check her out. Okay, thanks so much.
Thank you.
I've never done that before. All right, let's go for it. All right, I'm gonna do it. I promise I'm going to get this done. All right, okay. So let me go back here. Oh wait, let me see. Anna says she truly enjoyed you so much. Very awesome, such a wealth of knowledge. Mr. O'Neill said, lovely, just lovely. Let's see what the private chat said. The Diva Den, Miss Kenya O'Neill says she needs to contact you too. So there you go. That's exactly what this show is all about, you know, connecting people to people and just having really a good time. I just like to have good times. You could probably figure that out. Okay. So coming up next, I have 3 ladies that's going to join me, and they're going to be talking about behavioral health, mental health. Okay. Last month was Mental Health Awareness Month, but I'm a firm believer that there's no month for anything. Okay, so mental health needs to be talked about 365, 24/7. Okay, so I'm going to bring them up, and they're going to be talking about exactly what they're doing, which is so exciting to me of what they're doing. So if I can get my stuff together and get folks stuff off of here, then I'll just keep on showing her stuff. Okay, there it is. That's my name. But nevertheless, I'm going to bring up 3 amazing women to talk about what they're doing in the community. And so give me time as a baby boomer, and I'm going to bring them up. Here we go. That's the first one. Here's the second one. And here comes my girl that I definitely, Oh, okay, wait. So I got Rose, I got Dr. Kanika Cunningham and Monica Childress-Gornet. Okay, let's say this. The first person that came on my show, raise your hand of these people. I know who it was. That's her. Okay, that's the first time you came on my show. Rose was on the first show I ever had, May 17th. Okay, and I brought her in because it was talking about Mental Health Awareness Month. So welcome, ladies. I appreciate you so much for coming on. So let's see what I got for you all. Do I have some banners? I do. Okay, so Rose, Dr. Cunningham, and Miss Monica, again, welcome. I have them on because they are doing amazing work, and they're doing work with people that should be doing the work anyway, okay, which are the faith-based community. You know, everybody will do things in our African American, they'll do for the pastor before they'll do for somebody in their house. That's just the way it goes, okay? So knowing that, we have this panel here, and this is what they do. It's called Bridges to Care and Recovery, and it's a collaborative effort with service providers and the faith community to reduce the stigma of mental illness, strengthen the natural community supports, and link individuals to behavioral health resources. So again, welcome. Okay, so I'm going to start with, I think I'm going to start with you, Dr. Cunningham, because not only do you deal with the mental health part, you also deal with a big crisis that's going everywhere. And I just heard lately that is really going up in the African American community, which is opioid. They call it misuse, use, or whatever. So what do you do with that? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I am a practicing physician at Family Care Health Center. So I do provide full scope care. So a lot of treatment centers focus on just the addiction medicine aspect. So they focus on the opioids or alcohol use. But at my practice, the primary care clinic, and I'm really huge on advocating for primary care clinics to integrate addiction care into our practice. So I offer treatment for opioid use disorder, alcohol use disorder. People don't even think about tobacco use because it's so common. But in addition to just everything else like hypertension, diabetes, and all of that, I also manage as well. That's like part one of what I do. And
Okay.
then I do a lot in the community, specifically the Black community, and working with churches as well as Behavioral Health Network with raising awareness around the opioid crisis, but it also bringing trusted information to the community on how things are changing on the medical landscape, and bringing that to the community so people feel comfortable at destigmatizing substance use, so feeling comfortable talking about it, and not shunning somebody away, or doing those things that can be hurtful or harmful, but changing the narrative around substance use to make it a collective effort in our community.
That was really well stated. Wow, I love that. Okay, hello. You gotta say hi to him. Okay, Mr.
Hello, Ms.
O'Neill said,
O'Neill.
Mr. O'Neill said hi. Okay, all right. So there we go. We always have to speak to him. Okay, he's the resident audience for me. Okay, he's always here. Anyway, no, he's gonna be always here, but he is amazing. Okay, thank you so much. So let me just say this. When you talk about opioid misuse, as they use the word now, misuse, is that also people are using opioids to perhaps mask or self-medicate themselves that they may have a mental health issue. Have you seen that a lot, or what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so I actually like it's opioid use disorder. I know there's a
Okay.
lot around language.
OUD, they call it
Yeah,
OUD.
OUD. Yeah,
That's
there's a
right.
lot around language because with misuse, it still implies that the blame is on the individual. So I do a lot
Okay.
with talking about language, and not just towards you, but I think it's really important for us as a community to destigmatize that. And if we know the appropriate language to use,
Mhm.
we're more welcoming of the individual to open up and discuss the trauma, discuss the mental health, discuss those things. Because a lot of people try to hide any type of substance use out of fear they're going to be shunned or kicked out of a congregation, or so many different things, harmful things have taken place in the past. So with opioid use disorder, there are available treatments. I do like to define what are opioids. So some people may think of only prescription pain pills like
Mhm.
oxycodone. That's one subset. I mean, what we see now is accounting for a majority of the overdoses is fentanyl, which is a really, really super strong, potent type of opioid. Heroin is not really on the streets too much, but all of that encompass what we call an opioid.
Okay.
And people are also mixing it into into the drug supply. So let's say you have somebody who their primary drug of choice could be cocaine use. There's fentanyl that's mixed into that as well. And we're seeing, overdoses. So it's a public health issue and concern. A lot of education need to go into this because we are losing lives because of this.
Mhm. So, Dr. Cunningham, thank you for that. You're right. It's OUD. I knew that. I just couldn't.
No, that's
I've been talking a lot, Dr. Cunningham.
okay.
Help us out, okay? So anyway, but no, you're right about the terminology and how people look at it different depending on how you're talking about it.
Yeah.
So the opioid crisis in the African American community, what's happening there? Is it rising, or is it the same, or what do you say? Just a general statement of what you've seen.
Yeah. It is rising. I would say when we compare data from 2020 to 2021, small improvements. If you look at St. Louis as a region, if you further break that down into demographics with, Black male versus female, overall, there's been a slight improvement, like a few percentage points. But if we think about any one life loss is too many lives that's being lost from this, given how long we've had funding and initiatives in place to specifically address the opioid crisis in our community. So St. Louis region account for a majority of the overdose deaths in the state. And when we look at specifically our Black population, St. Louisans, Black St. Louisans who have died account for about 79% of the overdoses in the state. So we're seeing that, it's not a significant improvement. It's not as bad as it was. But to me, I mean, those numbers are still so high. And again, any one life that we lose it is a tragedy, honestly.
Yeah, and I agree with you with that. Okay, so let's get into bridges to care and recovery. I wanted to bring that out about the opioid use disorder. I got it. Okay. I wanted I wanted to bring it out about that because I know for a fact sometimes people use that to mask other things that are hurting them. And some of the things that's hurting them may be part of a behavioral health issue that maybe they don't want to come to some type of resolution on. They think they're resolving it, okay? But in reality, they're really not, okay? And I'm that's just Marilyn Green talking, okay? So I know you guys are part of Bridges to Care and Recovery, and I know you're doing it with faith-based. I think it's amazing. So Rose Jackson-Beavers, tell us what's going on with Bridges to Care and Recovery. I think the last time you came on, you were telling me that this is what you're doing now, and you're hoping to expand it because for some communities, they don't have this, because within the faith base, it's like hush, hush, go to Jesus, pray more, blah, blah, blah. You know how they do that, so you have to move that first, I guess, to convince the pastors, the reverend, whoever, the faith-based community to actually want to accept the training. So tell us about the trainings that you have.
All righty. First of all, let me say thank you for inviting us on here. I know we were going to be on here last month to represent May, but we're here now. And I want to really say that Dr. Kanika Cunningham is a lot that you probably don't know. She has been with us for about 3 years or a little bit more. She came onto the scene. I say she busts through the walls, and she's really into the opioid management and training. She's been helping us train churches. She was our COVID spokesperson for the past 2 years, coming on talking to all of our churches. And then we have Monica with us. Monica is also a trained wellness champion. She came in with her church during the second cycle. We call them clusters to work on mental health issues, to get programming in their church. And she's just such a dynamite person. She's a spokesperson for us, which is why I wanted her here today. But Bridges to Care and Recovery, what we do is we give 20 hours of training on a variety of topics that address the stigma of mental health, understanding what signs and symptoms are, how to plan activities in the church, how to de-escalate situations that's going on, dealing with opioid management and training them. Dr. Cunningham has also trained some of our churches on the use of Narcan, how to utilize that, just a variety of things to help our churches so that we can help those individuals who attend our church, come to our food pantries, and in the surrounding communities. So we offer 20 hours of training on trauma, youth trauma, how to deal with all of these issues so that we will be able to empower ourselves to understand how to go into a doctor's office and clinic, to advocate for ourselves, how to find access to it. And we also provide counseling services for those who don't have health insurance, but been too afraid to seek it because they don't understand what the processes are. We make sure that they have that knowledge. What we're doing now is we've trained 104 churches in St. Louis, a city which includes North St. Louis County, over 379 wellness champions. Monica will tell you a little bit about what those champions do. We have a branch in San Antonio, Texas. They have trained 25 churches there, 300 wellness champions. We've had training in St. Charles. So we've opened the door and we're developing a model that's going to be extensive, we hope, throughout the country. So what we do now is we're working with our youth because they're dealing with so much. So what we're doing is we're training mental health advocates, and we call them social media mental health influencers. They're between the ages of 16 and 21. They're learning about mental health. They're going to get certified in mental health first aid. They're doing graphic, which is why I said I want to get to know Gina. Because what we're doing is we're posting mental health slogans, information, numbers on their wellness champions, how to reach out to hotlines. So we're training them how to do newspapers, how to just be a spokesperson for mental health, because their peers are going through so much. Many of them are as well. We can't forget them. They're dealing with trauma. They're dealing with violence. They're dealing with unemployment issues, just so much. And we have to take care of them. And while we're taking care of them, they'll help us take care of more young people. And so I'll talk you to death, but I am so happy to
But you know what? No.
Yes.
You good, Rose. I know you, Rose. Okay.
Anyway, I'm just really excited to see Dr. Cunningham. I see Monica all the time, but I haven't seen Dr. Cunningham in a minute. So I'm just excited about today.
Just like a
Yeah,
little
I agree. It is. It is. Yeah, I've been kind of busy, but I love it.
You've been delivering those babies, huh?
Yes.
I connect people, so get it, okay? They just know each other, you know. But look, Gina behind the scenes says that is awesome. The more information received, the more people will take advantage of it, okay? And then we have, let's see. Boop, 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 boop. We have Annabelle. Question for you all. Do you have any special programs of senior citizens?
Yes.
How does that work?
Senior citizens are welcome to attend all of our training. We specialize in working with senior citizens because many of them have lost people and some of them are alone. They may be grieving, dealing with anxiety. So we make sure that we reach out to the nursing homes and we provide them with the same access. We want to make sure that if they need counseling, to talk to somebody, we provide telehealth services where they can talk to them on the telephone, or they can go in to see someone if they're opening the doors, you know, dealing with this COVID issue. But yes, we definitely work with our seniors. We have a program called Crisis Counseling Program, and they make sure that they do a lot of outreach to the seniors in nursing home, in senior citizen buildings, etc.
That's good. Mr. James O'Neill, that is wonderful. Okay. He also said we also need help with pain management. Is that part of what you guys do as well? Dr. Cunningham, I'll go for you with that. What about pain management?
Yeah, I would say not specifically with behavior, like with what we're talking about here. But pain management is a little bit different from, slightly different from what I was talking about with opioid crisis. Is more so not really addressing the pain perspective, is more so talking about the fentanyl, but all of that is kind of tied in a little bit. But at my clinic, we do some pain management. We don't do a lot. There are certain pain management clinics located around St. Louis who focus on that. But yeah, that's a little bit different. We can talk about that maybe next time.
Okay, yeah, my next show. No, I'm just playing. Anyway, let's get to Miss Monica. You up there hiding? You looking pretty dark in there. Where you at and stuff? I can't see you good.
I'm actually in my kitchen.
Okay, I'm like, whoa. Okay. Mr. O'Neill said, okay. He's saying to you, Dr. Cunningham. Okay, he get it. Okay. And then wait, hold on, Monica. Let's see here. Miss Kenya O'Neill from the Diva Den says I need to get in touch. In addition to my business, I am the VP of operations over multiple nursing facilities. And she is. So let's see here. Let's get to Miss Monica Childress-Gornet. Okay, so Rose Jackson-Beavers has already put the pressure on you because you're gonna have to tell us what exactly do you do. I wanted to say it and she said it. Wait, hold on. I want to say it. It says you are certified Bridges to Care Recovery Wellness Champion. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
So just own your stuff, girl. Own it. You're a champion, girl. Okay, so tell us what do you know? Okay, and what do people learn?
So what do I do is first of all, I want to thank you for being on this show.
Of course.
So through Bridges to Care Recovery, I have trained to handle mental health issues, right? And what I do is I provide resources to the community about mental health, about opioid, everything that Rose has said and talked about. I provide the resources, and I also walk with or help people go through, get counseling. I provide any sources that they need. And so that's my biggest job, is to help people get those resources as a wellness champion. And we just go through we go through a lot of training, and not just the basic training. We also go through advanced training. I'm constantly going to other, like talking to NAMI and just different places to get resources to the community, especially our Black community, because we really, really need it, and my biggest thing is to get rid of that stigma. And not just the church community, but the outside community, where I work at, my neighbors, whoever it is, they need to get this resources, because we lack it. In the other communities, they have it and they use it. Our community does not have it. They don't use it. And I think I'm finding that's one of the biggest things, is that you can give them the resource, but you really have to sometimes walk with them to use the resource. Here's the counseling. Okay, let me help you call the counselor, and, you have to kind of push and prime sometimes for people to get help. So that is my job.
Wow, you are a champion, girl.
Yeah, I love it.
I can tell. You start rolling with that thing there. I love it. I love it. Okay, so Kim King says, is there a specific age group most affected? And Kim, I think she's meaning most effective with
opioids, I'm thinking.
Opioids. I think that's what she's talking about. So yeah.
Yeah, so it's actually, believe it or not, it's affecting all different age groups. Like no age group is completely immune. We're also seeing too a rise in our adolescents when it comes to substance use, specifically with overdoses. So that's also going up. I mean, with the pandemic, multiple different things took place. We got the mental wellness part, but the rise in alcohol use and opioid use and all of that definitely skyrocketed. And now we're seeing younger adults affected, but all across the board. It's no one target group. It's affecting all different ages and even backgrounds. I would say not just only some people think of, somebody who's using drugs as an unhoused person, but no, you have people who are professionals that's also using drugs. So it's the reducing the stigma. I agree with Monica around the behavioral health aspect, but then also around the substance use health aspect. And I agree with our community. Either there's been harm from you previously interacting with the healthcare system, so there's some resistance of even wanting to go back and seek counseling and therapy resources because of how you were treated. And just within our community, the way that we talk about it and shun and shame somebody. I think somebody put into the chat, they were told they didn't believe, there wasn't trust in God. When you get those messages and when it's spiritualized, it makes you kind of retract and not open up. But Monica, you made a good point too that I wanted to help elevate, was that our system, our current infrastructure, it takes somebody like you and so many others to walk with somebody, because the system is not a friendly system. It's not a easily maneuverable type system. You do need somebody to walk with you. And especially if you're dealing with PTSD, depression, you may find it difficult just to make that phone call. So there's so many different aspects that we have to think about with this. And Monica just brought up a really, really good point of walking with that individual to help them.
That's right. And Mr. O'Neill, you know what? He's always there. He said, oh, wow. Okay. So, all right. So let me ask this, Rose, or anyone. I always say this. You talk about it being replicable throughout the United States, or the model and whatever and stuff. What's going on with that? I know I have people on here from Houston. I have people from Freeport, Illinois, and Mississippi. What do you say they could do to try to get that type of business model in their neck of the woods? What would be the first start here?
So right now we have created this model that people are really wanting to invest in. But the advantage that I would say over this COVID issue, we've lost so many people, but it's taken us to another route of how to train people across the country. So Bridges now has opened our doors to allow some trainers, some people to come into our sessions because we're virtual. And if they're interested in participating, they can contact me and we can talk about a variety of ways. I have myself and a team. We do a lot of workshops for individuals. I just did one to Black Catholics in Chicago. I've done them in Indianapolis. We've done them to San Antonio, Texas, and various places all throughout St. Louis and some other states in who are calling us now. I'm talking to Iowa, South Carolina. These are people who are really interested in it. And the reason that people are really interested in it is not only are we helping to reduce the stigma of mental, of people seeking help for mental health services, but what's happening is we're working with pastors, and pastors are buying into this concept that they need to speak from the pulpit in order to help their members and the people who come to their church for other services, school programs, pantry, all kind of things. They have to know where these resources are located and let people know it's nothing wrong with taking care of your health. And that's why it was so important for us to connect with the churches. So churches across the country understand now that we are going to pray. We're going to get on our knees and we're going to pray. We know God is going to help us. We have faith in that. But we also know that God has given so many people the skills to do the work through them, like Dr. Kanika, like our educator here with Monica. There are people here who can help while we're still praying. God is answering our prayers through other people. And that's what we want people to know. It's nothing to be ashamed of. So if you call us, we'll figure out a way to get that support and help to you. We gather teams. When we did Chicago last weekend, there was 35 churches in that session. When we did Indianapolis, we had 58 churches in that session. So we work out a way to get this across the country.
So Rose, is this the right number to reach you guys?
No, that's my number for you.
Is it?
Yes.
I found that number. Wait. Okay, come on now. Wait a minute.
So the other number is 314.
Hold on. Don't say nothing now. 314 what?
320.
320.
5356.
5356. Okay, 314-320-5356. Correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right then. Let me try this again. All right then. I'm sorry, Rose, to put your business out there, but I didn't know. I'm like, I don't know which number here. Okay, so but nevertheless, that's the number. Write it down, everybody. Take a screenshot. I don't care what you need to do. Get that number, because if you're not in the St. Louis area, it's okay. Like she said, we're in a virtual environment now that you can reach out and touch people everywhere. Okay. So we're giving you a no excuse kit at this point. Okay. All right. So Kim King says, wait, let me go back up to Dee Garcia. I love Dee. Working in a behavioral health facility, these resources and programs are much needed. Keep up the great work. Okay. And then we have a true story, a two-pronged process, prayer and professional. Yes. That's a great way to put that, Kim. Okay. And then James O'Neill say there is such a big problem. All right. So let's see here. He also says, what are the local government doing for your organization to help the process? Can you touch on that really quick?
I will say here locally, the reason we're able to provide free training to all these churches, all these people, is because they're putting the funds in. Okay. So we are funded through the Department of Mental Health and some other organizations that are government background. So hospitals. We have so many people who are invested in this to make sure that we are making changes and that people feel comfortable seeking the help. If we don't do the work, it's going to be much more messier than it is now. There is a rise, and I think Dr. Cunningham can speak onto that, of suicide, not only with our young people, but with our seniors. So we have to help. And so I think everybody who can is playing a role as much as they possibly can. And we hope that others will do the same as well.
That's right. I'm going to put the number up again. I'm going to put the correct number up. Okay.
Okay.
It's 314 320-5356. That's what I kind of love being a baby boomer. You can mess up, okay, a lot, okay? And people are like, okay, we get it. All right, and let's see here, right here. Let me see what somebody, he says he totally agrees. Okay, Monica, what are you pointing to? Tell us.
So since I'm a resource person, I want to put this up, Rose. I don't know if you gave her this, but this is
No.
our Bridges to Care Recovery hotline card that you call if you're in crisis, or let me just read the card. It says, if you live in North County, St. Louis County, or please call the hotline. You can call when you will be answered day or night, and a connector will reach out to you within 24 hours. So if you have anxiety, depression, you can call this number.
The hotline number. You know I can type. Go. What is it?
It is 314-628-6272.
72. Okay, it's
I keep this with me.
314-628-6272. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. And so I'm going to add this. I'm going to add this, and guess what? I got it up there. Hey. So
Marilyn, I would say that this number is for Missouri, Louis, North St. Louis County. But if they call that number and they live outside of our service areas, we will connect them to something local.
Super, super. Well, hey, you know what, you guys? You all have been such troopers. You guys waited to the end, and people are still on. My guests are still on, but I'm telling you, this is good information. We have got to have I think it's Kim King. I'm using you, Kim. Knowledge is power, and you got to have a knowledge base, so you can make a rational decision. You know what I'm saying? So it's good.
And Marilyn, let me say this too while we have you here. One of the things that's been happening is, we're having all this violence all across the country. And what we've been trying to do is change the way people see mental health. But every time an evil act happens, they blame it on mental health. So it always takes a step back. And oftentimes what you will find is that people who suffer from mental health are usually the victims, not victimizing others. But we have to deal with this. So when you hear all the time that person went in the store and shot up everybody, it's a mental health issue, it's not a gun issue, then we're stepping back. We're always trying to fight the stigma that's associated with that. Because if I have mental illness and every time I turn on the news, I'm blamed for everything that's happening in this country, you're closing me right back down.
Wow.
So I just want to make sure that people understand that mental health people are the ones who are victimized the most. It's not something that they're going out and attacking others. They will get attacked first. Am I right with that, Dr. Cunningham?
Yep,
Right.
you are. Yep, definitely correct.
Of course you're right, Rose. Come on now. You know you're right. You just need that cosign with that doctor.
That's right.
Okay, whatever. But we know you right. Okay. Okay. James O'Neill said you have been a great help to a lot in the community. So look, ladies, I thank you so much for coming on. And everybody knows I'm a big advocate of mental health awareness and raising it, and it's all good. Okay, Annabelle said, will you say it again, Rose, one more time? About, say it again for those in the balcony. Say it.
Mental health, people who suffer, they are not out here doing all of this evil work. They are mostly the victims. They don't victimize a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And I may not be saying that as clear because Anna put me on the spot. Anna put me on the spot to repeat it again, but I just want you to understand. We're trying to change the stigma, but if every time I turn on the TV, you're saying that I'm the cause of the violence, I'm the cause of the person who's shooting up everybody because I suffer from mental illness. Mental illness is anxiety, depression, grief, bipolar, schizophrenia. Nobody said that it's a person grabbing a gun and attacking people. They're usually the ones who are attacked.
Wow. Okay, I heard that, girl. I felt it too. It was strong, Rose. Okay, you get it. We get it. We get you, girl. Look, anyway, I'm so happy that I could have you guys on. And of course, I hate to end my program when it's good talk. Okay, but I'm going to end it. But I'm so glad that I ended on a high note about things that are happening in our community that sometimes we sweep up under the rug, and we have to stop sweeping things up under the rug. We have to face what's really happening in our community, you know. And I say this every time. They'll say, well, that's just the way that Uncle Joe is. No, that's not just the way he is. Okay. So you have to do your best to recognize some of the signs and just ask somebody to get help. Like Monica said, hold them by the hand, take them, you know, offer to give them a ride, do things like that that will help them move to a better place and have a great quality of life. Okay, so thank you guys so much again, and thank you to all my guests that were on. I appreciate you guys greatly, and so I know people are going to want to contact you, and if you want to contact her and you got my information, I definitely got it. Okay, so James O'Neill said thanks to all of you. He probably talking especially to his wife too, James O'Neill. I know. Okay, but thank you, James O'Neill, for being an active participant in this. So thank you so much, and I appreciate you guys, and I will close for tonight. Now guess what, in 2 weeks I'm going to increase my show, but in 2 weeks I'm going to have something that is so controversial. I'm going to jump out there first, okay, and I'm going to do it, and it's talking about us versus us, and it's about when Black girls attack each other. So I'm going to bring that out, and I'm going to talk about that. So please, please, please try to join me. You know, to unpack that is going to be a little difficult. So James O'Neill, I need you next week too. Okay. And so Annabelle said, thank you so much. So for now on, I'm going to let you guys go. Okay. I know y'all just want to keep on going. I know. All right. But anyway, thank you so much to all my guests, and I will see you all next time. Okay. So, let's see here. James O'Neill said, okay, so I'm counting on you. So thank you so much, everybody. Have a great super night and a good rest of the week. Take care. Bye-bye.